everybody. I'm Cynthia Porter with Visit Winona in this balmy Miami of Minnesota. If I look bundled up, it's because I think the high temperature today is 0. So I am outside the Winona Arts Center, and I have got a new person with me. Samantha Dischinger is my intern for Visit Winona for the rest of this semester, and so she is running the camera. She's across the street from me because we had to get this whole building in. If you haven't been in here before, you're in for a treat. I was surprised when I looked back through all of our Facebook Lives and I realized we had never come in here to look at the space. And they've done some incredible renovations on it, and it's really, really cool. And there's an art show that just opened up that's even cooler. We're going to go have a look. Samantha, let's cross the street, but don't die. Okay? Come with me. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't even pretend it's warm. It's so cold. It is so cold, but it's only going to last. I mean, I think we're probably still the warmest spot in the state, which is really not saying very much because I think the high tomorrow is supposed to be something like 5 below. Did you hear, Samantha, what the high is tomorrow?
I'm not sure, but something like that, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. So one thing, well, they have been in this space for many, many years. But they did a huge renovation project a few years ago. They actually lifted the building up, and they built this whole part that goes down into a basement that's fully developed. And they are having all kinds of amazing programming here. It used to just be there was some local artists' work hanging on the walls. And are you freezing, Samantha? You don't even have gloves on.
My hands are a little chilly, yeah.
Let's go inside. So it used to just be some artist's work hanging on the walls and or textile works and things like that. There was just a few artists. We're going to go downstairs, show you that first, and get rid of our coats, or my coat anyway, because it's really warm inside. So anyway, they created this whole additional space. And it's so cool. So I've been to a couple of concerts here, and down here then they have before the concert and after the concert. It's this is an old church, obviously, and so this is this is like the fellowship hall. They will have food down here. They have a liquor license, so they'll serve wine, and I think maybe beer. I don't remember. But I know I've had a glass of wine here. I've been to a couple of concerts that were great. One was a Spanish guitarist, and a kind of a flamenco style show. It was terrific. Okay, so now I'm unbundled. We're going to go take a look at this show. Wait, I forgot my card. All right, so here's what's going on. Sorry, Samantha.
You're good. We'll show the whole space.
Okay, so this show is called The River Connects Us, and it is a Winona photographer, Pete Mushler, has created these beautiful works that start from one end of the Mississippi and go down to the other end, and they have a really kind of almost a painting sort of effect applied to them, and they're just beautiful. Also, his wife knitted here. Let's just show you. Also, his wife knitted this long chain of yarn that is blue. It starts out really narrow, like that's the beginning of the river, and then it gets wider and wider and wider as the photography gets down to the end of the river. Up here, so this is a grand opening. We're at the very tail end of it. What's special about this is there's also a poet it's Tom Gillespie, and he is from Stillwater. And so these men have worked together on a couple of projects before, and the idea was this. He would send Mr. Gillespie each photo, and Tom would then create a poem just based on that image, and they're beautiful. I didn't read them all because there's a lot of photos in here, but what I read was just beautiful. And also look at this, treats. Just treats. These are all like tea breads. My cup of coffee. I'll get it later. When we came in to get set up, I had a cup of coffee, which just warmed me right from the middle. Hi. Oh, hi. This is Tom Gillespie. This is the poet. So you want to just tell us what was the inspiration for these photos and your poetry?
Well, Pete Muchler traveled up and down the Mississippi as part of his job, but he always had his camera with him, and he had all these photographs, and wonderful photographs of sort of the culture and the physical environment of the Mississippi. And of course, we're here in Winona; it's right on the Mississippi, and so it was he had this fabulous stuff. Now, Pete and I have gone camping together, canoeing together in the Boundary Waters for the last more than a decade, and every year in September. And so one day we were overlooking a lake. It was pouring rain. We were standing under a tarp, and it was a miserable day. And he said, okay, well, what do we do now? And so we just started chatting. And he said, well, I've got a whole bunch of photographs, and some of these sort of go together with poems. So we did this thing, the Boundary Waters, with photographs and poems, and that worked pretty well. And so we just kept working on it, and then he came up with this idea. Well, there's the Mississippi River, and I've got all these photographs of the Mississippi River. Can we do the same thing? And so we did, and took over a year. And a lot of hard work, and he would send the photograph to me and in a file, and I would scratch my head over it for some time and try to grab hold of some aspect of it that seemed to turn into a poem, and that's how we got from there to here.
It's just beautiful work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We had a lot of fun doing it. That's the most important thing, is to have fun doing your work. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Okay, we're going to go look at some of the stuff. This is the beginning. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
Good to talk to you.
Okay, so this is literally like up at the headwaters. They call it the headwaters. I'm sure you probably know it's up in Itasca State Park, and it's just a stream. You can walk across it with your feet, and it will go up to your knees, And so look at these photos. Some of these poems are longer, some are a lot shorter. All of them are just beautiful. And I have to tell you something interesting that that Tom Gillespie shared with me when we talked before we came in here. Oh, look, that's cute. He's taking selfies with somebody. Is that he actually started his life as with dyslexia and couldn't read, and so was basically told by whomever, teachers or whatnot, that he couldn't really be successful with any kind of writing. And so he rejected that idea, and he just kept writing. And he chose poetry. Oh, this is one of the books. He chose poetry because, it's shorter, and so it's able to, have just really specific words in the cadence and rhythm of words, and not giant blocks of text that he has to work through. And it's really beautiful stuff. So, okay, let's keep looking. I think this might be my favorite. Just kidding. There's one down the thing, but so that's of course Minneapolis. I don't know where that is, but we have those going up and down the river. This is I think his Boundary Waters book. I have not looked inside of it. I'm almost positive. It looks like it's Minnesota poetry. That's really cool. That's cool. I'm going to take it. It's just with these books. So this show is going to be here for 6 weeks, and these books are available here. It's a free will offering. And so if you come in here, pick up, if you like poetry, and I do like poetry a lot. I used to write some poetry in my youth, but it's hard. And it's hard to write poetry that uses a lot of metaphors, but he loves metaphors. I'm not as good. So anyway, here we're going down the river. This is Hastings. We think this might be Marquette. And farther down, okay, this is my favorite. this one right here, and it's the poem that goes with it is just so beautiful. I'm going to read just one part of it. That let's see, dream in misty melancholy, growl in flattened notes and walk in bass. Dark, foggy nights on the levee, singing sweet soul with Lucifer's own bow. Stopping syncopatic chords, riffing the bass line, just a beat-up old gut bucket under the stars. So this is all about this cello and how cello like that is really best in a group playing the blues. And I agree. So another thing that's going on here is that all of these photos are for sale, and they're $300 a piece. Oh, look at this! So you can see it's getting wider and wider. This knitted, the knitted fabric. Ooh, this is pretty. Come closer over here so that you can show them like kind of the effect that makes this look like a painting. Wow, that was pretty good. You just took a big step up. See, like it, there's some filters that you can work with, like in Photoshop or different photography apps that kind of, give it a little bit different look. And I think these are just really, really beautiful. So they're all for sale, $300 a piece. And he has donated these. The photographer, Pete, has donated these to the Winona Art Center, and so everyone that sells is the money benefits the Winona Art Center, which is really what an incredible donation. I mean, what an incredible donation. This one is also a pretty touching image. This is a homeless camp, and Pete saw it somewhere along the river. We're getting farther down. I'm not sure where, but this poem is really sad, and it's very touching. It's really moving. So there's there's like joy in these poems. There's sadness in these poems. There's really a lot of like introspection in these poems. I like it. I don't have time to read them all because, this is too long for a Facebook Live. So you're going to have to come and hear yourself and read it. And it's free. You have to look online at the hours for the Winona Art Center. I'm not sure what they are. But I have to say this place is just so different than it used to be. It used to be that this part would be this person's work, that part would be that person's work. Somebody'd have photography set up. There was things in the middle. And you would just come in and, see this static stuff that was here all the time. But now it's such a vibrant space that they are turning it over and over and over again. They're having concerts that come in here, and they're having poetry readings. They're having book readings in here, and all different kinds of like concerts in here. And then of course shows like this where they bring in work that has some thread to Winona, but it's just absolutely gorgeous stuff. So, okay, here we are, New Orleans. We're at the end of the river. and look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. So anyway, Winona Art Center, Samantha Dischinger, Cynthia Porter, Visit Winona. And we are so glad you joined us for this look around. I can't believe that we haven't been in this space before with our Facebook Live, but we're going to probably keep tabs on their calendar and see if they've got something else going on coming up, like a concert or something. It's a really fun space. I've been to 2 concerts, and it just was, people were dancing. It was great. It was really, really cool. So anyway, every week we try to go somewhere that is going to show you a look around Winona. If you've got an idea, something that you want to see, put it in the comments or send us a note, let us know, and we will put it on the list and hopefully be able to get there and do a Facebook Live. Thank you, everybody, for coming along on this journey with us through this space. And, don't try to come today because the show is ending, at 4 o'clock. And it's also freezing outside. So stay in your jammies today, maybe tomorrow if you can get away with it. And then the rest of the weather is going to be beautiful, and you can come out and check out this great show. Also on the weekend if you're coming in from out of town. So thank you everybody for coming along. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.